Good evening. Welcome to my first wild camping YouTube video. We are at Ivy Bridge train station car park, and the original plan was to park at Harford car park, but that is closed, and I suspect it's been closed for quite a long time. So we are walking up from the car park, and we're going to join Two Moors Way onto the Dartmoor Way, and I am with my wife and my brother and his other half, and we're going to have a little camp out. Really looking forward to it. First time. It's my third wild camp. My wife's first, so it should be a lot of fun. Yes, we've got no particular, we've got a vague plan of where we want to get to camp, but it's quite a loose plan. I think once we're within the sort of camping zone, I think we're probably just going to play it by ear. It'll either be we spot somewhere that looks decent and flat and looks like a nice spot, or we get to a point where we don't want to walk anymore. These bags are certainly heavy. I don't know how heavy. We've got fairly light gear, but it's we're all quite new to this, lugging big bags up hills to sleep. So we'll see how we get on. It's not sunny. So you're probably wondering why I'm wearing these sunglasses. I was in the sea at Woolacombe a couple of days ago, jumping over the waves, and one very big wave, which was a lot of fun. Completely knocked me over. Again, it was a lot of fun, but I stood up without my glasses. So they're lost to the sea forever now. So I do have a spare pair, but not with me, so I'll be wearing these. If you're watching a bit from the video a bit later on and it's night time and I'm still wearing them, then that is why. So we've picked a spot just off the Two Moors Way, sort of sheltered behind this little mound here. There are some cows gradually approaching our position, which is a little concerning. There's only 4 of them at the moment, so 4 on 4 at the moment, where it come to a thing. Yeah, it's quite quiet. A little bit of breeze. Don't know what the weather's going to be like in the morning, but I think if we're lucky the sun will rise over there. We're all set up in here now. Let's take a look inside. Got our sleep pads out. My missus is on the Trekology UL80, and I've got a Kilos gear, and I can't remember what it's called. Got a couple of Trekology pillows, got a Rab sleeping bag and a Vango sleeping bag. Some stuff in the corner. We're about to make some food. Quick sneak peek at my brother's tent, which is actually my other brother's tent, but that looks very cosy in there.
It's going to be warm.
That sleeping bag looks really... Is that
That's new. I just got that because the one I was looking at that I had at home said 12 degrees.
oh right.
Oh.
This is a Nemo Disco.
Disco. I like the name as well.
And that's down to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, so I don't know what that is in
That's minus
I think
something.
I think it's 3 or 4.
okay,
Oh,
is that the comfort rating?
Yeah.
And yeah, this is sturdy looking tent for sure. That's not going to move in any wind. Right, let's get some food on. So we've got the hot water on, and tonight's dinner is a sticky rib king pot noodle. Just keeping an eye on those cows. They seem to be flanking us at the moment. Hoping they just walk on by and pay no mind to our little camp. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I was really nice, and it was the first time we actually checked at a not for parking time. We tried for like repairs and things, but not doing anything wrong. It's just amazing to find his way. And I just said to her, don't worry about it. I said, as long as he's earning money and he's actually doing something. And he's still young enough to, you know, he can do things easily to do this. You know what I mean? If he's interested, isn't he?
Yeah.
Get a position with both places. He's actually working with the... Takes ages, but...
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, but there is... The whole curriculum needs to be completely turned on.
Yeah. I wish they'd taught us, you know, a bit about politics, a bit about, you know, the finances, pensions.
Right, so that's all us all packed up. Managed to find a little break in the rain to get the tents put away. This is where we were, as you can see. No trace of us being here apart from a little bit of flattened grass. Looks like we were just in time packing up, because it's obviously that one's looking at me, that one's looking at me. They got calves with them, yeah, I don't know, maybe this is their spot where they come in the morning, I don't know, but we're moving on, and the cows can have their little patch back if they want it. So we're just taking a little walk up to sort of kind of where we were aiming to head for last night. Well, not quite as far as that, but I think there's like a stone row or some standing stones or something up here. Yeah, we're in no rush to get anywhere, so we're going to take a little look up here. As you can see, there was quite a lot of rain in the night. This footpath has now become a river. Didn't film too much last night because it got dark very quickly and cold, so we pretty much, after we ate and had a hot chocolate, we pretty much went to bed. Had a really took a while to get to sleep, but after that actually slept really well. So did my missus, which I'm glad about. This is more chance that she might come and do it again. Yeah, no, she had a really nice sleep, and she found all the gear that I'd lent her to use warm. She was warm and she was comfortable, so she was quite happy bunny this morning, which is good. But yeah, a lot of rain in the night, quite a bit of wind as well, but the tent did really well. There was a tiny, yeah, there was no, the inner tent was nice and dry, and a little bit of water got in underneath into the outer, but not much. Yeah, no issues with the wind. I don't think it was particularly strong wind, but there were a few gusts. Yeah, so we're going to take a look up here. I can't remember the name of the hill, but I can see some standing stones in the distance, and then the plan is to head back down the way we came, back to the car in Ivy Bridge. We'll probably get a lunch somewhere or something, some brunch, and then we're going to go off and camp again somewhere tomorrow evening. No, not tomorrow evening, tonight. I've only had one coffee, so my brain's not working properly yet. Yeah, so we're not quite sure where we're going to go yet. I think we're going to head to the visitors centre in Ivy Bridge, where they got some, apparently you can park there, and there's got Wi-Fi and coffee and stuff there, so we'll have a plan, put up a plan for where we're going to go later on. Yeah, so we're on our way back now, back along Two Moors Way, across Harford Moor. I think we're probably an hour back to the car. So yeah, it's been a really chilled evening. So nice to be out in the wild. Yeah, it's good for the soul. Yeah, so that was Harford Moor. So the original plan was to carry on a bit further. I mean, we started off a lot later than we were hoping to, and all of us not quite so used to the heavy packs, although they're a lot lighter now, and I'm not carrying 3 litres of water. I mean, I do have a filter, but wasn't too sure of water sources. Well, originally, so yeah, I'm digressing. So the original plan was to carry on a lot further up the Two Moors Way and then to cross the river. So that would have been a potential water source, but I think it's probably a lot longer walk than we would have, any of us would have liked to have done today, last night. So and then so the plan was to cross the river into Stall Moor, and then follow the river back down. I think there's like a line, there's a stone road, apparently it's one of the longest stone roads, down to a stone circle called, I think it's called the Dancers or something. And the original plan was to camp somewhere around there, and then carry on down the next morning. But I understand that following down from there back down to Harford or Ivy Bridge, it's not the best terrain, and especially given the amount of rain we had last night, I think I hear it could be quite boggy. So I'm glad we didn't do that. But it would have been a shame it was a shame not to get all the way around to the stone circle. Both my missus and I are quite into, sort of like stone circles and like megalithic monuments and stuff like that. So yeah, but maybe we can, that's one for next time. There is a cow there looking at me. Oh, but he's moving on. That's all right. Yeah, and I understand Stall Moor is owned by this chap that's brought the court case about the right to wild camp here on Dartmoor. So the rebellious part of me kind of really wanted to camp on that land respectfully, as we would have, of course we would have still observed the leave no trace principle, but it just would have been, I'm a strong believer, a strong supporter of having a right to roam in this country, and it would have been good to just camp on that land and say, look, we've come, we've stayed, and we've gone. No one knew we were there. What's the problem, sort of thing. But maybe next time we'll get to see some more of Dartmoor. This is my first experience of actually camping on Dartmoor, so I think we'll definitely come back. In fact, we were talking this morning, it might be nice to have a look, but this particular footpath, from what I understand, goes all the way across. So what we might think about doing is parking a car at one end, driving down, and then maybe doing the whole footpath. Could be quite fun. But yeah, so we didn't quite get to where we wanted to, but there's always next time.